Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you're a facility manager, a technologist running a commercial water treatment plant, or even overseeing a massive municipal pool complex, you already know the deal. Keeping that water safe is a high-stakes, around-the-clock battle. So today, we're diving straight into a totally unique commercial proposal from the manufacturer Si14 Pharma. We aren't talking about just another generic off-the-shelf chemical here. We are looking at a patented, certified technology that brings true Swiss quality to facility sanitation. It's time to rethink the old, harsh methods and step into a completely new era of safety and efficiency.
Let's talk about your biggest daily headaches. You know, the constant, never-ending fight against stubborn biofilms in your pipelines. The intense stress over secondary contamination in clean water reservoirs. And of course, that harsh, suffocating chlorine smell that practically guarantees consumer complaints, not to mention how much it irritates your staff. But what if the data showed you could literally eliminate those complaints and slash your maintenance costs at the exact same time? Well, let's unpack exactly how this unique product makes that happen.
All right, let's do a quick side-by-side comparison. The old way? It relies heavily on active chlorine and harsh oxidants. And we all know the result of that, right? Harsh odors and incredibly high corrosion that just eats away at your expensive infrastructure. Plus, microbe levels tend to spike the second those chemical concentrations drop. But on the flip side, the Si14 approach uses colloidal silver. That means absolutely zero chlorine smell, it doesn't create toxic byproducts, it's completely safe on your equipment, and it offers incredibly stable, long-lasting protection. You're basically trading in a volatile, destructive chemical for a totally safe, stable element.
Now, what really sets this solution apart is its pedigree. This is an elite, premium product, boasting that renowned Swiss quality. It's a fully patented, professionally certified antimicrobial technology. And because you're getting this directly from the manufacturer, Si14 Pharma, it comes with all the necessary safety protocols and quality controls built right in. It brings pharmaceutical-grade precision directly to industrial water treatment. When you're managing a municipal water supply or a public pool, having that absolute verifiable trust, that's everything. It's exactly why this is such a compelling buy for your facility.
So what's actually under the hood of this premium tech? Let's geek out on the specs for a second. The purity of the metal is an astounding 99.99% pure silver, suspended at a highly effective 40 to 50 parts per million. But the real magic here is the particle size, averaging around 15 nanometers. To put that in perspective, that is microscopically small, which gives it a massive surface area to hunt down microbes. Plus, the whole formulation is completely water-based. No alcohol, no added chlorine, zero harsh oxidants. It is a highly engineered colloidal system built from the ground up for absolute industrial safety.
And all of that advanced technology is packed right into a highly practical format, a 5-liter industrial concentrate canister. Sure, on the outside it might just look like a standard jug, but thanks to that extreme concentration and those microscopic particles we just talked about, this single canister is an absolute powerhouse for your facility. This is the exact manufacturer-direct product that facilities are snapping up to completely overhaul their sanitary protocols.
Okay, so how does it actually work in practice? It's a surprisingly elegant process. The colloidal silver particles interact directly with the protein structures of the microorganisms. Once they bind, they instantly disrupt the enzymes inside the bacteria or fungi. It's basically like throwing a wrench right into their gears, completely suppressing their ability to reproduce. So instead of just indiscriminately poisoning the water with harsh chemicals, it surgically disables the bacteria right at the source, whether that's on a surface, in the water, or deep inside your complex technological tanks. Now, if you're running a facility, I know what you're probably asking yourself right now. You're thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but am I going to have to rip out my pipelines and spend $1 million on new equipment? The answer is a resounding no. The absolute beauty of this unique Si14 solution is how it slips seamlessly into your existing maintenance schedules and operational flow. No major overhaul required. In fact, this system is remarkably flexible. It operates on 3 really straightforward modes. For your general surfaces, pump rooms, and walls, you've got the standard sanitary mode, which takes just 2 milliliters of concentrate per liter of water. Now, if you hit a critical zone with stubborn biofilms, you just scale up to the heavy mode at 4 milliliters. And for direct water dosing, the active process mode takes a staggering ratio of just 1 single milliliter per 1,000 liters of flowing water for a baseline pilot dose. Just 1 milliliter. And because those mix ratios are so incredibly simple, your team gets total flexibility when applying it. They can quickly wipe down handrails, soak inventory parts directly in the solution, or even circulate it through specific closed-loop maintenance lines.
You can actually load this into a generator to dry, fog, and sanitize an entire humid pump room all at once. And for that active mode we mentioned, it just injects straight into your water flow using your standard dosing pumps. Super easy.
All right, I want to highlight a number that usually stops procurement managers right in their tracks. 74 cents. Yep, you heard that right. That is the cost per liter for the standard working solution. Because one single canister of this concentrate yields a massive 2,500 liters of working fluid, the unit economics are just phenomenally low. You are locking in a premium, certified, Swiss-quality antimicrobial tech for literally pennies on the dollar compared to the endless damage caused by cheap, corrosive alternatives.
Let's scale that math up to a real-world scenario, $118.40. Based on the commercial model, that is the incredibly low estimated monthly sanitary budget to protect a standard 800 square meter facility. And yes, that includes your critical wet zones, pump rooms, and storage areas. Less than $120 a month secures a state-of-the-art prophylaxis sanitary program. When you look at the uniqueness of the product in that price point, purchasing this becomes an incredibly easy decision to justify.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, the ultimate return on investment is basically a no-brainer. Sure, you get a highly predictable, super low sanitary budget, but the real massive savings come from the downstream effects. You're drastically reducing your dependency on harsh, volatile chemicals. You are significantly lowering the corrosion on your million-dollar metal valves and complex pipelines. Plus, you get way fewer emergency system flushes from biofilm buildup. Honestly, if you reduce your downtime or emergency chemical interventions by just 1%, this entire system pays for itself over and over again.
Now, Si14 Pharma totally gets that industrial facilities can't just flip a switch on a new chemical process overnight. That is exactly why they advocate for a highly professional, low-risk implementation model. You don't just dump it in and cross your fingers. First, you set up a pilot loop. Second, your own lab conducts strict microbiological analysis to verify the safety and the results. Third, technologists optimize the exact dose for your specific hydraulics. And only then, step 4, do you roll it out facility-wide. It is an entirely verifiable, incredibly safe path to upgrading your system.
So it all comes down to this final question. With elite Swiss quality, rock-bottom deployment costs, all the necessary certifications, and totally seamless integration, are you ready to finally leave those toxic, corrosive chemicals in the past? If you're tired of dealing with stubborn biofilms, endless chlorine complaints, and rising maintenance bills, buying into this patented Si14 technology and starting a pilot program is hands down the smartest move you can make today. Honestly, the real question is, can your facility afford not to make the switch?